My beloved child, there is something you need to hear today, and it is not a coincidence that you found this message at this exact moment. Before we go any further, don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A powerful dream was given to someone recently, and what they experienced was so vivid, so emotional, and so unforgettable that they woke up unable to stop thinking about you. What makes this even more surprising is that this person was not expecting to see you. Your face appeared suddenly. Your presence felt real. Your energy remained with them long after the dream ended. For a while, they tried to ignore it. They told themselves it was just another random dream. But deep inside, they knew something was different. Because this dream carried a feeling they could not explain. It felt important. It felt meaningful. It felt like a message. And the more they thought about it, the stronger that feeling became. Now listen carefully. This person may not be who you expect. In fact, if their name appeared on your phone today, you might pause in complete surprise. That is how unexpected this connection feels. Yet something keeps pulling their thoughts back to you. Again and again. They remember conversations. They remember moments. They remember details they thought they had forgotten forever. And here is the strange part. The dream did not simply show them your face. It showed them a future possibility. A moment that has not happened yet. A moment that left them wondering why you appeared so clearly. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because this story is only beginning. There is a reason this dream arrived now and not months ago. There is a reason your energy suddenly entered their thoughts. And there is a reason they cannot shake the feeling that they need to understand what it means. At first, they kept everything to themselves. They said nothing. They shared nothing. But every day since then, the memory of that dream has grown stronger instead of weaker. Most dreams fade. This one didn't. Most dreams disappear. This one stayed. And now, whether they realize it or not, they are being guided toward a realization that could change the way they see you forever. The question is, what exactly did they see? And why did it affect them so deeply? That answer is coming. But what happens next is even more surprising than the dream itself. Stay with me. A strange detail began to reveal itself. The person who had this dream tried to move on with their day. They answered messages. They completed their routine. They focused on everything around them. Yet somehow, their mind kept returning to one image. You. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The dream was not confusing. It was not scattered. It felt unusually clear. Every detail seemed intentional. Every moment felt real. And the more they remembered, the more they realized something remarkable. In the dream, they were not searching for success. They were not searching for answers. They were searching for a person. And somehow, that person was you. Think about that for a moment. Out of countless faces, countless memories, countless possibilities. You appeared. Not by accident. Not for a second. But as the center of the entire experience. That realization shocked them. Because before this dream, they had not fully understood how much space you still occupied in their thoughts. But now they cannot ignore it. The dream forced them to see something they had overlooked. A connection. A feeling. A question that refuses to disappear. And here is where things become even more interesting. The dream ended with an unfinished moment. A moment that felt like it was leading somewhere. Almost as if the story was waiting for the next chapter. Almost as if something important still needs to happen. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because after waking up, they started noticing signs connected to you. A name. A memory. A familiar phrase. Little reminders appearing at unexpected times. The kind of reminders that make a person stop and wonder. Why am I thinking about them again? Why now? What does this mean? Those questions are growing louder every day. And while they may not have all the answers yet, one thing has become impossible to deny. The dream changed something. It opened a door in their mind that had been closed for a very long time. Now they are standing at that door, looking toward a possibility they never expected to consider. A possibility connected directly to you. But the most surprising revelation has not happened yet. In fact, what they discover next may explain why this dream arrived at exactly the right time. And once that realization appears, everything could begin to make sense. Stay with me. Something unexpected began to make sense. The person who dreamed about you kept replaying every detail in their mind. Not once. Not twice. Again and again. Because there was one part of the dream they could not forget. A feeling. A feeling so strong that it stayed with them long after they opened their eyes. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The dream was not about random events. It was not about places. It was not about things. It was about connection. In the dream, they felt a sense of peace whenever you appeared. A sense of familiarity. A sense that they already knew something important about you, even if they could not explain how. That feeling followed them into the next day. And then the next. And then the next. Soon they realized something surprising. The dream was not creating new emotions. It was revealing emotions that had already been there. Quietly. Patiently. Waiting to be noticed. That realization changed everything. Because now they could no longer pretend that you were just another person passing through their life story. Now they had to ask themselves a difficult question. Why did seeing you feel so important? Why did your presence feel different? Why did the dream seem more real than ordinary dreams? The answers did not arrive immediately. But clues started appearing. Small clues. Powerful clues. Moments that made them pause and think about you when they least expected it. A song. A conversation. A familiar memory. Each clue seemed to point in the same direction. You. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what happened next surprised even them. Instead of fading away, the dream became stronger in their memory. Most people forget dreams. This person remembered details, expressions, words, feelings, even the atmosphere. And with every remembered detail, one truth became clearer. The dream was trying to show them something valuable. Something they had overlooked. Something connected to the role you play in their life. They began wondering whether the dream arrived for a reason. Whether it was meant to make them pay attention. Whether it was encouraging them to see you differently than before. And that question opened a door. A door that led to a realization they never expected. Because once they looked honestly at their thoughts, they noticed something remarkable. You had been appearing in their mind far more often than they admitted. Not occasionally. Not randomly. Consistently. Quietly. Naturally. As if some invisible thread kept bringing their attention back to you. And now they are beginning to understand why. The dream was not the ending. It was the beginning. The beginning of awareness. The beginning of understanding. The beginning of a realization that could completely reshape the way they view this connection. But the biggest discovery is still ahead. The next part reveals the moment they finally understand what the dream was trying to tell them all along. And when that realization arrives, it may be the most surprising part of this entire story. Stay with me. Because the answer they have been searching for is closer than ever. The moment of realization finally arrived. After days of thinking, remembering, and questioning, the person who dreamed about you reached a conclusion they never expected. The dream was not random. The dream was not forgettable. And the dream was not about the past. It was pointing their attention toward you for a reason. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. At first, they resisted the idea. They searched for other explanations. They tried to convince themselves it meant nothing. But every path led back to the same answer. You. No matter how far they moved their attention, somehow it returned to you. That is when everything started to change. Because they finally stopped asking why the dream happened. And started asking what they should do about it. That question became impossible to ignore. The dream had awakened curiosity. Curiosity became reflection. Reflection became understanding. And understanding became clarity. Suddenly, memories they once overlooked began to look different. Conversations felt more meaningful. Moments felt more valuable. Things they once considered ordinary no longer seemed ordinary at all. They began seeing a bigger picture. A picture that included you in a way they had never fully recognized before. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the most surprising part was not what they saw in the dream. The most surprising part was what they discovered after waking up. They discovered that thoughts of you brought a feeling they rarely experienced elsewhere. A feeling of comfort. A feeling of familiarity. A feeling that made them pause and wonder if this connection carried more significance than they originally believed. That realization did not arrive all at once. It arrived piece by piece. Day by day. Moment by moment. Until eventually they could no longer deny it. The dream had changed their perspective. And once perspective changes, everything else begins to change too. Now they find themselves paying closer attention. Listening more carefully. Remembering more clearly. And noticing details they once ignored. The dream opened their eyes to something that had been quietly present all along. A connection that deserved a second look. A possibility worth exploring. A story that may not be finished yet. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because there is still one final piece missing. One final realization. One final revelation that ties everything together. The dream. The memories. The repeated thoughts. The unexpected emotions. All of it points toward a truth they are only now beginning to understand. And when that final understanding arrives, they may finally see why your presence appeared so powerfully in their dream. The next part reveals the final message hidden inside this extraordinary experience. And that message may be the most unforgettable revelation of all.